the group stage already. Obviously on the left side of the screen, Awawawawa. And on the right side of your screen is Team Nanahira. Awawa led by Spork Lover, Nanahira led by the Captain Thunder, joined by many other well-known players, including but not limited to Mystia, MouseEasy, My Angelsim, Clickards, Do 58, which is Raizen, if you know him by that, Gilherme, Boulos, OfficialJerk, Tuyunara, Celsea. You got Zilver, Hanori, Shiina Noriko, Milk Tea, Miles, Malteser, Will Stetson, Leina, Aimi, Tokiirin, Aoiyuuki, Spork Lover, Skyrovania, even gilherme, boulos, LogicSystem, Musty, quite a few players with some very recognizable names in this matchup here. This should be a very, very exciting first match for these two teams here. Team Nanahira made it out of their group in second place below Okinamo's team. And Awawa made it out of their group in first place, right above Teams Peng. So some very good matchup here between the second best team in Group B and the top team in Group C. So there is going to be a lot of trading back and forth here, I would imagine, between these two teams. We have had some good matchups this weekend already. A lot of teams winning that most people probably wouldn't have expected to win, which is definitely going to throw off some pick'ems here. We had Stan Miku take a 6-3 victory over JTB Freaks, which was a very cool match. And we also had Okinamo's team versus Teams Peng, the only match thus far to go to tiebreaker, ended in Okinamo's team with the as the victors of that match. Awawa versus Team Nanahira is the match currently taking place, and the last match that happened was TM versus Cherry MX Blacks, which actually ended up in a 6-0 victory for TM, which is far more dominant than I would imagine anybody could have expected from a first-round matchup. Even the 6-3 from Stan Miku and JTB Freaks being a closer match, not even a 6-0 finish. And then obviously you had the other side of the spectrum, Okinamo's team versus Teams Peng in tiebreaker. So you had the absolute closest that you can get on one half of the bracket versus the absolute farthest you can get on the other half of the bracket. So there is, in fact, a loser's bracket for this tournament. So any team that was knocked out in the first round does have an opportunity to redeem themselves in the loser's bracket of this tournament. They will have a chance to advance back to the grand finals match. However, they will have to win a bracket reset match if they want to win the tournament now. If they, whichever one of these losers bracket teams ends up doing it. And any team can make it to the losers bracket, because inevitably every single team is going to make it to the losers bracket, except for the winning team of the winners bracket finals. So some of these teams have to fight their way back up, and some of our favorite teams down in the losers bracket right now, some of the contenders out of group stages and before group stages to win this tournament, are already duking it out in the losers bracket. We already have our semifinals matchup in the losers bracket, Teams Peng versus Cherry MX Blacks, and on the other side we have JTB Freaks, who will be facing off against the loser of this match. We are going to, I believe, switch into map number 1 now, as everything has completed loading in here. Unfortunately, as something I've noticed recently, during the warm-ups, obviously Team Awawawawa was missing a player. for the warm-ups, that happened to be Leina. However, Leina was in a Hippo Cup match, I believe, and will now be joining them as their 8th player and their 2nd C seed player. Actually, a D seed player, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Either a D seed or a C seed player for Awawa. I believe he is the D seed player. And unfortunately, Team Nanahira not able to field a full team of 8 in this matchup right now. For the A seeds, they're running with my Angelsim and Musty. They have Thunder and VROUM VITE for the B seed. We can see gilherme, boulos, and that is it actually for the C seed. And then for the D seed, we have Menty and tuyunara. So they're actually missing a C seed player on the side of Nanahira, which is very unfortunate because that's a massive score deficit that they're going to have for the entire match here. Silver finding a miss quite early into the first pick here. This is going to be Tank. This is our no mod alting pick. Unfortunately, Nanahira missing an entire C seed player is going to make this, I don't want to say an easy match, but this is going to be not... Alright, it's basically saying it's easy. This is not going to be difficult for Awawa to take the win on this match because Nanahira is missing an entire player. And Silver's miss very early on in the map is going to not matter as he is just barely behind everyone else in combo. And with Musty missing around the quarter waypoint of the map here, that is going to do far more damage than Silver's early break. And plus, everyone else on the team Awawa here holding combo with gilherme boulos also finding a break. This is going to go very, very far into the favor of Team AWAWAWAWA. Spork Lover finding a break towards the middle section of this map here. Actually finding 2. Having a little bit of trouble on that one section, but gilherme is repeatedly trading these back and forth. And, you know, you have to look at it this way. For every break that Nanahira gets, Awawa basically needs to find 2, because Awawa already at a disadvantage of a 1 full player is basically 1 full combo gone already. And with Team Awawa basically only missing 1, we're going to count Silver as a full combo because his miss was so early. But with Spork Lover basically being the only full combo missing, and with Musty and gilherme boulos both finding breaks already towards the middle section of the map, and with a player missing, that is essentially, and actually I didn't even realize tuyunara found a break as well. So that's essentially 4 missed full combos and only 4 left, compared to the significant 7 basically for Team AWAWAWAWA. If we're speaking technically, it is 6 if we are counting Silver's early break as well. They have 6 full combos compared to the 4, and as I say that, from greatness, Nanahira falls, and they drop 2 of their full combos on Menty and Thunder, leaving just my Angelsim and VROUM VITE left to hold the combos out for them. And with over a 1 million score lead with 3/4 of the way into the map, I see no feasible way that Nanahira can make a comeback here. You do see Leina and Silver find breaks toward the ending, but my Angelsim following that up immediately, which is in fact one of the full combos that was left on Nanahira, leaving just VROUM VITE left with impressive accuracy, might I add, but as the only FC, certainly not able to hold everything down for his team here. And Awawa is going to be bringing this one home. Resoa finding a break finally towards the end of the map here after the initial break earlier. But Team Awawa with those 5 full combos is going to be a strong finish. Not 5, 4. I can't count very well today. That is 4 full combos, correction, for Awawa, compared to the 1 on Nanahira. A very impressive 1 FC, might I add, with 99.5% accuracy. That is one of the highest accuracies that you are going to see on this map for this entire round. I don't believe anyone has gotten that close to that accuracy. There were a couple very good accuracy plays yesterday, but other than that, that is very impressive. David Q2 with 99.08 and Tokiirin with 99.01 as well. So some other very good accuracies on Team Awawa here, but VROUM very, very noticeably taking a lead for the accuracy for his team there on that first pick. That was Team Awawa's pick, and that is going to lead it back over to the side of Nanahira, where they're going to attempt to pick a map that will put them on the board here. They do not want to lose too many points too early, but, you know, we can continue going back to the points about Nanahira missing an entire player for this match. They are certainly going to be having a difficult time no matter what, unless Team Awawa can find a significant amount of breaks compared to Nanahira here. Going with Hard Rock 2 as their pick, we are going to be seeing dramatic Hizakurige. I butchered the second word of that, but that's fine. This is Lunatic difficulty, 3 minutes and 33 seconds of 199 BPM. This is the CS 6.5 Hard Rock pick. This is all about aim and small circles. This is the definition of Hard Rock. This is precision. Looks like a couple of substitutions for Team Awawa. Spork Lever going to be subbing out. Excuse me, for Skyrovania. Miles is going to be subbing in for Malteser. And I believe that's it for the substitutions on Awawa here. We do have clickers coming in for Nanahira. So Raizen will be popping in. Everyone else staying basically the same here for Nanahira. Still down on that one player. At least they're glad that it's not a high-seeded player missing. However, missing a player nonetheless is certainly something that you don't want in these matches, especially in an 8v8. I am assuming that Awawa has all or almost all of their players based on the substitutions that they are making early on here. And they're going to want to run away with these picks early. Awawa, knowing that Nanahira is missing a player, only have to win 5 more maps in order to close this match out. But Nanahira is going to try to put themselves on the board. Even though they are missing a player, we can't count them out just yet. They are certainly at a noticeable disadvantage having missed that one player here, but they're going to have to pull out all the stops if they want to pull a win on this match here. And, you know, to be perfectly honest, they're going to have to pull out all the stops to grab a map, actually, as well as attempt to win the match. But assuming nothing yet, Nanahira, with their pick on Hard Rock 2, going to try to put themselves on the board here. They have some very strong Hard Rock players here. MouseEasy, Gilherme, Musty, and Raizen, all very strong Hard Rock players. However, Awawa running with Shiina Noriko, Miles, Silver, and Skyrovania, and Sugiura Kanata, all very, very strong Hard Rock players, will give Nanahira a run for their money here. As we finally jump into the map here, it is time to go. So into the pick here. All players loading in successfully. Tournament client not giving us too many issues, and no early breaks from anybody on this pick. And actually, as I say that, Sugiura Kanata finds the first early break. However, because of that break and gilherme boulos trading immediately as that happens, now with Musty and Resoa also trading, everything for both of these teams here has basically evened out. This is actually still in the favor of Team Awawa here, because remember, Awawa needs to have one extra break over Team Nanahira in order to have an advantage in this match, considering that the Team Nanahira is already down a player. This is what I mentioned earlier about Awawa needing to find 2 breaks for every one that Nanahira does in order for them to attempt to win this. Here we are, only with Silver finding a break as the latest one, along with Musty and tuyunara and Clickards. Unfortunately, not much to say about this pick here. Nanahira putting up more of a fight than they did on the last map. However, they're slowly running out of time to make this comeback here. Resoa does find a miss. However, more recent misses, and Sugiura actually, but tuyunara finding that most recent miss along with Musty and Clickards is certainly keeping Team Nanahira here in the back. But Tokiirin also finding a miss along with Silver is going to start pushing the score very slowly back to the side of Nanahira. And with about a quarter of the map left, Nanahira is going to be able to recover just a little bit of score here. However, this pause section definitely wasting a lot of their time, as the map does slow down just a little bit right there. Clickards missing immediately after the pause on the fast section is most certainly going to let this one slip away. It is now 4 full combos to 4. As I say that, actually, VROUM VITE is going to find a break, which leaves this 4 full combos to 3. But Miles breaks at the end along with Resoa. There's not going to be enough time left, holding steadily with a 1 million score lead here for Team Awawa. They would have needed an 8th player to come in and full combo this map if they wanted the opportunity to win this pick here. And you know what? If you're on Team Nanahira, and I guess I may be speaking from a more personal stance here, but if you're down a player and you lose by more than 1 million points, I would say that would make me personally feel better about losing a pick. If you are missing a player and lose over 1 million, you can kind of have it in your head, you know, you probably wouldn't have won that map even if you did have the 8th player, which is something I guess that would provide maybe a little bit of security, or at least some more confidence. Looks like Free Mod 3 is going to be the next pick that Team Awawa is rolling with here, as Leina and Miles both call it out. We are going to be seeing Quinine. This is the CS5 AR8 free mod. Looks like these players are going to load everything up here. There is 4 required mods per team, which is normally not too much of a problem for some players. However, with Team Nanahira missing a player and that 4-mod rule still applying, that means that they have 4 out of their 7 players on mods. That's more than 50% of the team, whereas Awawa has a little bit more leeway when it comes to spreading these mods around. Hopefully Nanahira doesn't have to force mods on any players that aren't as confident on them, but this is Nanahira in the side here for this pick, as this is Awawa's pick. So definitely already at a disadvantage for multiple reasons, unfortunately, on the beginning of this map here. Missing a player and being on Awawa's pick and having to take the same amount of mods even though they are missing players. It looks like they're going to be running with 4 Hard Rocks, whereas we're going to be seeing quite a bit of overmodding from Team Awawa here. It looks like Spork Lover going to be running with the HDHR. Aimi, of course, going to be going with Easy. Shiina Noriko, Will Stetson, and David Q going for the hidden and hard rocks on Skyrovania, Miles, and Tokiirin. So we are going to be seeing mods all around for Team Awawa here. Aimi, known as a very strong easy mod player. This is going to be very exciting to see how long Aimi is able to hold this double S for. Shiina Noriko and Skyrovania was actually a Bancho miss earlier, but David Q2, Tokiirin, and Shiina Noriko all finding breaks. And comparing that to only tuyunara's break, this is going to be a little bit closer. And with Tokiirin also finding a break here, oh, but my Angelsim trading it immediately back. That was the opportunity that Nanahira had to grab a point here. And my Angelsim and tuyunara slowly... Ooh, but there's a lot of big misses there from Team Awawa and Tokiirin, Shiina Noriko, David Q2, and Skyrovania all missing combos now. And Shiina Noriko missing again, but Menty missing, and tuyunara dropping so much accuracy on these sections, but Miles and Will Stetson both missed. It's only 2 full combos left. It's VROUM, VITE, gilherme, and Clickards to close this out possibly in the last couple seconds of this match. Are they going to be able to close this out? But Clickards finds a break. This is going to be very close. You do have to remember that Aimi is actually at 0.75x for taking the easy modification as well. And that is going to be the first point for Team Nanahira on Quinine. A very Team Awawa one, actually, apparently. We're switching this back and forth. I don't know if the easy switched enough score back, but apparently it did. Even with the 0.75 times, the easy was just enough. And it looks like the next pick going back to the other side now. Awawa looking to continue their run here. Nanahira looking to get on the board. Next pick goes to Nanahira, looking to win themselves their own pick. Awawa continuing to just wipe through this match right now. Looking for that next pick from Nanahira. Nomad 5 is going to be Nanahira running with Move That Body. Not a map that we've seen too many times this round, so let's see how both of these perform on the Slider Tech map here. Like I mentioned, we have seen, this map has been seen far and few between. And looks like we're going to be seeing some substitutions for both teams. Here's Silver switching back over to his own side, and Malteser and MouseEasy now locking each other on the wrong teams. Someone is going to have to leave in order to move around here. MouseEasy is going to have to switch up a slot. Malteser probably going to rejoin as the 8th player for Team Awawa as he popped in once, and there he is. Looks like these are going to be the final lineups. So the first time we see MouseEasy in this match today. Especially a good idea coming in on this pick. With Malteser subbing back in along with Miles, who will be remaining in for Team Awawa. Spork Lover coming back in to fight with Silver here for the A seed. Tokiirin and Aimi and Shiina Noriko and David Q2 as the C and D seed players that will be sticking around once again. So good luck, have fun's coming out. It looks like it's time to get into the match here. There we are, loading into the map here. Silver's client, I believe the only one not quite getting in. I'm going to fix him right up, and as the map has already started, we're going to be seeing these players slowly trickle into the same times, line themselves up. Shiina Noriko and Menty going to be the last two to line up, and there we are. No early breaks from Team Nanahira or from Team Awawa here. I'm going to say it again because I've said it a couple of times, but Awawa needs to have that first break of this match to give Team Nanahira the opportunity here. So Team Awawa is going to continuously run away with this right now. Clickards and Miles both trading a miss there. However, that's just going to keep them at the same level. And actually, Tuyunara missing along with Clickards. However, David Q2 finding another miss is going to keep this dead even to what was happening before, where Awawa is basically only going to have that score of the missing player from Nanahira here. Malteser and David Q2 missing again, however, is going to start shifting this a little bit more towards the side of Nanahira. Still missing that player on here. However, full combos on Nanahira do outnumber those of Awawa, and especially with Spork Lover finding a break, but MouseEasy trading it back over immediately. VROUM, VITE, and Menty both breaking now, leaving only 2 FCs left for Team Nanahira. Tuyunara and Clickards both bringing back their combos after their initial breaks. However, they were in such a strong position, but now with 5 FCs to the 2 on Team Nanahira, this is not putting them in a very good spot right now. They had such a good run, and now at a disadvantage once again. Even if they did have that 8th player, the combo lead for Awawa is taking its toll on them. Spork Lover actually with a Bancho miss as well. I made note of Spork missing earlier. In fact, did not miss and actually has the highest accuracy in the lobby by a significant amount at 99.7. A very impressive play. Clickard's following very closely with that 99.39. Unfortunately, Nanahira still missing that second C-seed player. Is really doing its damage. Malteser with a Bancho miss along with David Q2, but Aimi with an actual miss. It's going to drop combo along with Malteser actually finding a miss, which is not Bancho this time. Is going to stop their growing score lead just a little bit. Aimi's was in fact a Bancho miss. Malteser missing just one more time here. Tokiirin and Miles have brought up their combos as well as Shiina Noriko, but the fact that Clickards is the only one holding full combo left on Nanahira here on MouseEasy, the only one with a combo that is starting to build up towards something that's making improvements here. He might actually pass my Angelsim because of the placement of the breaks in terms of score, but unfortunately much too late for Team Nanahira to bring this back with about a 1.2 million score lead and growing right now for Awawa here. This is going to be finishing well in their favor. It was such a strong pick for Nanahira at the beginning, but how the mighty have fallen towards the end of the map here. Spork Lover still continuing to put up that impressive accuracy, followed very closely by Clickards. As we come into the close here, Clickards, in fact, not full comboing, actually. Found a slider break at the beginning of the map. I was making note of his very high combo, assuming it was a full combo, but apparently reverse choking that with a very, very early miss. But on the side of Awawa, Spork Lover, Zilver, and Aimi, all with the full combos compared to the almost full combo from Clickards, and MouseEasy with a respectable combo as well. Gotta give that next point over to Awawa, looking to go for double time one now. Attempting to put this match at break, or rather match point instead, sorry. Putting this at match point with this. Looks like we are going to be seeing Shinsaku the double time one, consistency double time. This is not a gimmick map as much as it seems like it is because of the song. But a map that we haven't seen too many times yet. This is the this is also the speed map of the pool at 263 BPM. It is well higher than the 240 of Garasu no Cairo in Double Time 2. Match is in fact best of 11, so first to 6. As you can see, Awawa already at 4, looking for 5, which would put them at that match point. Nanahira still hasn't grabbed one of these picks yet. And unfortunately, as optimistic as I would love to be about them bringing this back just a little bit on Team Awawa, very, very unlikely with this running train that this team has sent out onto the tracks here. They're just running away with all these picks, unfortunately, giving Nanahira no room for anything. Nanahira certainly would have had at least 1 point on the map that they lost by about 150,000. Where Aimi opted for the easy modification. If they had an 8th player if in the C seed, they probably would have won that one map with the 150,000 score difference. But other than that, actually, most of these have been in favor of Team Awawa. So Team Awawa, one of the stronger teams in this tournament, actually getting quite an easy first matchup in the elimination rounds compared to some of the other teams who have gotten quite difficult matchups. Stan Miku and JTB Freaks, a very, very high level match, as well as Okinamo's team versus Teams Peng. two very, very strong matchups on the other side of the bracket that have already occurred, which inevitably ended up in Stan Miku versus Okinamo's team. So this is definitely one of the less close matches, especially with Awawa being very, very favored to win in this tournament. I'm sure most people are rooting for them to continue their winners bracket run, especially after their performance in this first quarterfinals match. Without a doubt, they will be able to advance to the next stage of the tournament and be able to perform just as well as they are now. My Angelsim finding a very early miss. Not going to matter as much. However, being about 70 combo behind when you're already missing a player is not a position that you want to be in. Normally, you won't stress about a miss like that, but right now, they definitely do. And with Clickard's also finding a miss, but Resoa and Shiina Noriko, with the double miss there, is actually going to give just a little bit here over to Nanahira with a combo advantage, but with Tuyunara and Shiina Noriko trading, and with Gilherme Boulos also grabbing another miss right here, that is going to be score going very quickly into the favor of Awawa. Resoa and Clickard's trading misses back in fourth. Skyrovania once again finding a miss along with Resoa. Clickard's breaking one more time. Tuyunara, Gilherme, and Menty all finding misses here. My Angelsim only with that early break, and VROUM, VITE, and MouseEasy holding this, holding the combos down for Nanahira here. Gilherme and Clickard's having just a little bit of trouble for this match here. There is a 4x100 achievement for this map here, and unfortunately, nobody will be grabbing that achievement. Silver misses it by 100, pulling off a very impressive 99.29% accuracy with 5x100. Very, very close to that achievement. Other than that, we don't see a lot of impressive accuracies. Malteser with very good accuracy as well, following very closely behind Silver in this match, as well as Skyrovania, unfortunately, finding the miss and slider break. And on the side of Nanahira, MouseEasy with an impressive accuracy as well, but no player grabbing the achievement on this map here, unfortunately. We haven't seen this map in too many of the matches thus far. We do definitely know it was banned in a couple as well. So, you know, it was a little bit different in the group stages of this tournament when teams were definitely focusing just a little bit more on the achievements and trying to kind of coordinate things a little bit more. But as you can see, you get into the elimination rounds of this tournament, and these teams certainly focus much, much more on winning these matches other than trying to get these discounts, because to be perfectly honest, especially with a team such as Awawa, they're definitely going for the win on this tournament, which is a 60% discount to the event ticket. So that's the big one that these teams are all going for. So as good as it is to grab these little discounts here and there, the ultimate goal in the end is that 60% discount and badge from winning this tournament, which is absolutely what Awawa is going for here. They're letting nothing up for Team Nanahira, and this is going to be a not close match, actually. It's quite interesting if you look at the way that the bracket looks right now. On the entire right side of the bracket, we have TM that went 6-0 over Cherry MX Blacks, and Team Awawa has the opportunity right now to go 6-0 against Team Nanahira. On the other side of the bracket, however, Stan Miku coming fairly close to JTB Freaks, winning 6-3, and the closest match we've seen in this tournament thus far, besides some of the group stage matches, with 5-6 coming to tiebreaker with Okinamo's team versus Teams Pang. We only saw, I believe, 4 tiebreaker matches out of the entire group stage lineups. So not a lot of tiebreakers in this tournament, and very surprising that we saw a tiebreaker in the first round of the elimination stage. And between those two teams, no less, two very strong teams. So it was a very exciting match to witness, and on my end to play in as well. Very formidable teams on both sides. Teams Peng being down for the beginning of the match, bringing it back to tiebreaker, and Okinamo's team being able to close it out in the end. They will be facing off against Stan Miku. The winner of this match right here, presumably Team Awawa, will be facing off against TM here. And that is going to be a very exciting match as well for the winner's bracket. The loser of this match obviously moving down to the loser's bracket. They are not eliminated yet, so Team Nanahira will go down to face off against JTB Freaks, and Teams Peng will be facing off against Cherry MX Blacks. I know I mentioned that earlier, but reiterating for you all that the excitement certainly does not lower at all when it comes to these losers bracket matches. Some very, very good teams falling down there, trying to advance to the next stage. And in the losers bracket, the winner of each of these losers bracket matches will have to face off against the loser of one of these winners bracket matches as well. So they have to face a lot of these teams that moved on to the next round as well. So very, very close performance from all of them here, getting into the quite possibly final map of this matchup here. We see 532 MN. $532 MN could possibly stand for anything. Maine, minute. You're from the United States, maybe Minnesota. Other than that, MN can stand for many things that I am not going to get into right now. Maybe it stands for anything else, but that's not the point of this right now. Awawa taking a good combo and score lead early on in this map here. Shiina Noriko and Tokiirin with the only noticeable breaks for Awawa. However, Musty, Menty, Fooders, Gilherme, and Thunder all having broken already, combined with the fact that they are missing that 8th player and a map that is only a minute and 33 seconds long, excuse me, is going to be a dangerous combination for them. Leina finding a miss on that one stream here with about a quarter of the map left, but Aoiyuuki also finding a break here, but the earlier break from Aoiyuuki is going to make that not matter quite as much, and with about a massive lead here, it's going to be very interesting. I would like to make a note that Yui just brought to my attention in chat. David Q2 with Hidden, with an FC, with a D rank, 59.03% accuracy, 333 100s. That is impressive, to say the least. You know what? Good for him, I guess. That is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, no, that's definitely not something you see that much. However, unfortunately for Mr. David Q here, he did have the opportunity with that accuracy to get the combo game achievement. However, in order to get that, you also need to get the highest score on a map with worse accuracy than 4 players, rather than just getting the lowest accuracy. So very interesting accuracy from him, but fun nonetheless. Awawa will be advancing to the next round of the tournament, the semifinals, already, considering only 8 teams advanced from the group stages. We are now still at 8 teams left. However, these losers bracket teams have 2 matches per weekend now, instead of just the one that the winners bracket teams have. So winners bracket teams can take it a little bit more easy next weekend. However, as we advance to the semifinal stage of the tournament, and these losers bracket teams start facing off,